Welcome back. We're currently on Salt in the Wounds by Pendulum from Immersion Album 2010. Another good case of, for a heavy metal band, Ink Guide to awesome drum and bass. And we may not have enough. Okay, no, we may have enough to go this time. Okay, so, based on the conversation that permeated the finale of one of the previous missions, this time I've brought along a Stalker. In this case, it's my ninja experimentation, super reflexes, and the thing about why weapon mastery, you might see me prefer it a lot, is that weapon mastery on stalkers include physical perfection. Weapon mastery on scrappers does not. I don't think the developers ever quite gave a reason on why the stalker version of weapon mastery is good and the scrapper version is not. But it's what I'm running. And that is mostly if this build is kind of nasty. Especially you can see on stamina. So it's slotted with the chance for heal and all the way out for that recharge time. Physical perfection, not doing much for regen, but holding a couple of procs. And an exploding Shuriken and Shuriken. Let's start cranking up powers. Why do I still have a... Since I've kind of gotten in the habit of this, since she has some of her old costumes loaded, that is actually, you might recognize it as one of the Girls of Nukem High costumes. Because this character was from Girls of Nukem High. And I think that is very close to what she had for the City of Villains. Girls of Hang'em High? I think it was Girls of Hang'em High. Just with the wings on the back. And then the other different... I don't even know what the heck was up with this one. This may have been a wedding costume, but I don't think I took this character to Fancy Love's wedding. I still hung on to it, though. Another Hang'em High costume. And this was, I think, the costume that I made for her for the secret server, which kind of called back the skirt to the Girls of Nukem High, kind of kept the top design going on, and then later did that revision. And then the most recent updates are the ones that I got here, where I started playing around with some of the newer costume options. Okay. And I think this is one yeah. Because I really like that cyberpunk back. Yeah, it's offering the dual box. Bring on the second account. I can easily dual box with brute debuffer, tank debuffer, scrapper debuffer, or two ranged or two debuffers. But when it comes to trying to do that with a Stalker, the Stalker is such a mechanically focused character. The punch, 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 assassin strike, staying on top of your critical, staying on top of your build up. Uh, Not exactly for the. Uh, yeah, I don't even know why I'm hiding the team box since you can see the team's names when I click on them. Uh, okay, there we go. And no, I'm not actually farming on the other count, so I mean, I could. I thought about it, but that's just being tacky. The best part about some of these guys is that almost all of us can quote airplane from memory. Oh, we're off and rolling. Please tell me that void. That void. Yeah, no, I'm plowing through endurance. Yeah, I just wiped the whole room. He's about to be in for a surprise. All right, let's head outside. Okay, where's the healer? Where's the healer? Where's the healer? Where's the healer? Oh, God. New door. One of these days, I will remember Team Transport. Today will not be that day. Living inside. Where are you? Here, have some healing. I gotta pull a butt out of this fire. There you go. One debuff. Not the brightest tank in the world. Definitely the deadest tank in the world right now. All right, one assist to go. Clear. Okay, guy, pay attention to the Stalker. Next. Bump. Living Deadbeat from Children of Bodom. Rather hit and miss band. Some of the tracks like this one could just be liquid awesome. We're falling down the fold. We're falling down the fold. Never human died. The dead will never die. Okay, let's kill Tough and see if we can reclaim some endurance that way. Yeah, it's like I really needed to have slotted like Ageless. And don't ask me why I've got Nerve partial core revamp slotted. Because all it's buying me is accuracy, hold duration, and defense buff effects. I mean, if I was rocking agility right now, I probably wouldn't be having a problem with endurance, agility, or vigor. And I got so much defense. Twilight Band. Every fight down a German dies. Actually, I probably, since I don't need the. Since I really don't need the defense, I will probably go a Vigor for the endurance reduction and the regeneration boost over agility. Frozen Cell Dweller versus Blue Starly from Cell Dweller, the complete sellout 2012. I'm not sure Starly is how that's pronounced, but still? Stalhil? Stalyi? One of these days I'd like have to email Clayton and ask him how the heck his stage name is supposed to be pronounced. Frozen. Frozen. Oh, there's a healer. Take him out. Yes, I know. I'm attacking an essence. Yep, took down an essence. The Man Who Made a Monster, Den for the Dead, B-Side, Volume 1 from 2017. Kind of reminds me of Castlevania. That Nictus did not like me doing that stun through practice brawler. Good job, Nictus. Good job. Oh, we have got some serious lag. Yeah, if I run out of endurance, not gonna be pretty. Oh yeah, out of endurance. Healer. Come on, come on! I didn't need the help, but thank you. Woo! Woo! That that last bit was nuts. Running out of endurance in the middle of that mob. Whew. Okay. Okay, so wow. Oh boy, that was whoa to a near Castlevania track. That was kind of uh it's sort of like I realized I probably could just pipe some music in, or at least I figured out how to pipe music into OBS. But I understand there are, depending on which country you're in, there are legal ramifications and licensing that may be in the way of whatever music's being listened to. So that's why I generally just kill all the music. And well, for most of the time, for most like build theories or hybrid theories, it's a podcast format. I'm talking, so uh, there's at least something to listen to that's not music, even if it's just me rambling on and on. So, uh, and some, you know how the BBC says it with the presenters, where they talk about no dead air, and just when you're actually playing a game, there tend to be a lot of dead air, especially if you're communicating with a team. Uh, that was okay. So, the reason why I'm still kind of hanging on this is to kind of go over this build isn't even complete yet. Okay, it's actually slotted complete as I showed in the enhancement screen. Everything's plus or catalyzed, and some of it was directly intended to address the lack of endurance recovery options and the lack of healing options. And regeneration really doesn't do a whole lot for a Stalker because the HP cap is so low. But I've still got a number of different procs all going at once, intended to bring back HP over time, regeneration. As you can see in the bump window up here, I'm rocking a regeneration of 24.43 HP per second, and I'm on a Stalker. And this is like a tank level regeneration. So while I'm here and outside of a mission, we'll go ahead and see if I can make myself. I'm leaning right now towards Vigor, because Vigor gives me both healing, accuracy, and endurance reduction. And I can tell you why I had Nerve, because this is a Titan Sentinel import from the Paragon server. Uh, and I had taken Nerve because the build that I had when the game ended, the only none of the other powers did anything for me. I was already soft capped, so agility didn't do anything. Uh, I had no resistance to speak of, so cardiac really didn't do anything for me. And I had physical perfection and stamina both pushed hard into the ED cap on endurance recovery, and I had maximum endurance. I didn't have a whole lot of full sets. I had a lot of Franken slotted sets. I may still have the a copy of the build that I had when the game shut down at a Titan Sentinel import. And I remember the logic that I went with Nerve out of the powers that were available when I was playing this character on the server this character was on. And I went with Nerve because nothing else really did anything. No other incarnate powers did anything for the character. And I went with Nerve because it had the accuracy buff as the primary. And, well, if you're a Stalker, hitting stuff really kind of is important. Uh, and later on, some of the other powers were added. Agility. Well, agility was a late add. Intuition, uh, Resilient, and Vigor were added. Resilient, you don't really see a lot of players take Resilient, and that's partially because the modifier buff on the uh, re on the resist so are configured as they are to begin with, that you're pretty much into resistance hard cap and stacking on additional uh, you don't get as big a benefit going over, and I'll probably do a actual I'll bring up PhD or mids and show how resilient doesn't actually buy any damage resistance character or anything, and all damage resistance characters get a bigger boost out of agility or cardiac. But right now, what I'm kind of looking at is Vigor. So let's see what I've got in the way of salvage. And okay, we've got a bunch of notices of the well. We should be able to do this. Since I've got threads first. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to work backwards. I'm pretty much sure I'm looking at Vigor Core because I don't have a Confuse, I don't have a Sleep, I don't have a Fear. Well, okay, I do have a Fear. There is a Fear component to Assassin's Blade, but I'm not sure that can be enhanced. Yeah, no, there's no component here to enhance. Okay, um, so I'm looking at Vigor Core. So I'm going to work backward, and I know that I need a Favor of the Well, an Infinite Tessellation, and a Dimensional Keystone. So we're going to go Incarnate Shard. We're going to do Very Rare. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves in a Favor of the Well. Now we need an Infinite Tessellation, and we need a Dimensional Keystone. Now I know that Infinite Tessellation is going to be a keystone, so I'm going to need 2 Dimensional Keystones. 1, 2. All right, and now we need to go Convert, Uncommon, Infinite Tessellation 1, and now I've got enough to work there. Next up, I need, I've already got Notice the Well, so I need a Penumbra of Ularu and an Essence of the Incarnate. So, Penumbra of Ularu, Essence of Incarnate. We now got that. I need an Essence of the Incarnate and a Dimensional Keystone. Essence of the Incarnate, Dimensional Keystone. Working down, I need a Hero 1 DNA sample, Dimensional Keystone, and Incarnate Infused Nictus. So Dimensional Keystone, Hero 1 DNA sample, and then Incarnate Infused Nictus. Incarnate Infused Nictus will require an Ancient Nictus Fragment. So Ancient Nictus Fragment and Incarnate. Triple check one more time, Incarnate Infused Nictus. Okay, I have maybe enough. Let's see how far it gets. Ancient Nictus, Penumbra of Luru. Alright. Ancient Nictus, Penumbra of Luru. Raluro. Now we need a Drop of the Well. Drop of the Well will be Essence of the Incarnate. Alright, so Essence of the Incarnate. We have 16 left, and now we need Drop of the Well. Okay, and now I have only 11 shards left, which will only make me 2 components. Alright. So for our two alphas here, we'll do Enchanted, Supercharged, and Arcane. So we'll go over to Thread, Arcane times 2, Enchanted times 2, Supercharged times 2, and now we'll just work our way up the chain. And there we go. We've now got a Vigor Core Paragon. And now that that's slotted, you can see that my regeneration rate moved a little bit, 26.42. So I gained a little bit of regeneration. But that wasn't the point of it. Hopefully now I should be able to run all of my toggles at the same time. Did I have... no, I didn't have my actual recovery and endurance listed. Okay. And our regeneration, there's our regeneration, there's our recovery, 3.62 on a 1.02 in drain. So we'll run another attack force later and